Good evening, I'm Dawn Baker. Thank you so much for joining us for our digital update at 10 o'clock. I'm live here at the WTOC Live Desk. And don't forget, you can watch this broadcast on several platforms, including our website, our app, Amazon Fire, Roku, YouTube, Twitter, as well as Facebook. Here are some of the top stories we're following for you this evening. A 17-year-old Savannah music artist is dead after performing at a teen New Year's Day party. It happened about 12:30, about 30 minutes after midnight, in the 2500 block of Bull Street in Savannah, and that's in Savannah's Starland district. The victim, Tyrese Carter, who also is known on stage by the name of Huncho Reese. Now, he is a student here in Chatham County. He's just 17 years old. Flyers on Facebook show the young man's picture promoting the performance, which we now know was his very last. Our Harley Strickland has his story as she sat down with his mother and sister today.
Tyrese like to play. He play a lot. He always be sickening, aggravating, but he's a lovable child. He lovable child. You know what I'm saying? You can't get bad with him long because he always put a smile on your face. Yep. He always put a smile on your face.
Tammy Evans says she remembers her son for his music and jokes he would always pull on her. When she heard he had been shot, she couldn't believe it.
Well, I was sleeping and his baby brother Tawan came in. Mama, get up. Tyrese been shot. I say, what? Tyrese? I say, huh? Because I was out of it. I'm thinking I'm dreaming. I'm like, he got shot. What? He's supposed to be on this couch, sleep.
She jumped out of bed and rushed to the hospital with her daughter by her side.
Some of his friends called him and told him that he was at the hospital. Fortunately, we got there before he did. So, and that's when we found out. Yeah. So sad. That broke my heart. They had to kill my boy like that.
Carter, known as Huncho Reese, planned to perform at the party last night. Flyers were shared through social media talking about his performance. His sister says she thought he had changed his mind and wasn't going at all.
I heard him talking about the party, but when I heard him talk about it, he said he wasn't going to go. But then I guess he ended up going.
Police are interviewing people who may have knowledge of the shooting as detectives try to figure out what led up to it.
Please stop the violence. Please stop the violence. It don't make no sense. Every day is always something. It's always something. People die every day. Our kids out here dying for no reason. Please stop the violence.
For now, she says she will remember her son through his music and the memories she has of him.
He loved this music. I thought he was going to make it because he's very good. I ain't gonna see his kids. He always mess with me. Mom, I'm growing a mustache. I'm throwing a mustache. You know what I'm saying? I said, boy, get out my face. You ain't got no mustache. I told him, yeah, I'm about to be a man. I'm about to be a man. I'm just gonna miss him aggravating me.
Joking around,
playing around.
And as always, if you know anything about this murder, please call police or Crime Stoppers right away. There was also a vigil in honor of Carter tonight. WTOC's Meredith Parker was there, and she'll bring us that story coming up tonight on The News at 11. And Dave Turley will also have your very latest forecast. As I look down at our comments coming in about this story, a lot of people are talking about the family, sending their thoughts and prayers to them. And that is so wonderful of you to do that, because I just couldn't even imagine all that they are truly going through. To watch that mother and sister sit there so bravely and talk about the young man's life. They must truly be in shock tonight, so we certainly want to keep our thoughts and prayers on them throughout this time. We're moving now to Montgomery County, where hundreds of dogs could have a home, a safe home soon, thanks to some neighbors who rallied together to try to get them out of some really bad living conditions. Our Bureau Chief Dow Kennedy tells us, though, that a New York animal group is to thank.
You can see the dogs in the pens back behind me in the mud where they are living. Neighbors say they have been upset for months, even years, at the conditions these dogs are in. They are thankful. A rescue group is now getting them a new home.
An advance team from Guardians of Rescue checked on the dogs' conditions to see which ones can be adopted quickly and if any need medical treatment first. Neighbors have seen, heard, and smelled them for a long time. Gary Collins says he quit a job at the shop next to the house because of the dogs.
It's pretty bad. I mean, I couldn't bear the smell, I couldn't bear the sound. I was having headaches, nausea, just sick feeling all the time.
Neighbors have contacted animal groups as well as local law enforcement to get something done about the hundreds of dogs on site. Sheriff Doug Mabin says they've answered complaint calls over the years, but seizing the dogs isn't as easy as it sounds.
We don't have any place in the county to house any dogs, any animal. Montgomery County doesn't have a animal control.
The sheriff says they've been negotiating with the owner to surrender the dogs to avoid criminal charges.
It just doesn't happen overnight. This didn't get built overnight, and it's not going away overnight.
He's grateful for the rescue that will help find new homes for these dogs.
The owner talked to me off camera explaining that some of this situation has come from a property dispute with other members of her family that have forced her to move all these dogs onto this small property. She's been trying to move some of them to Candler County. I'm finding out today through county officials that Candler County has already filed suit against her for the volume of dogs that are there and the noise they are making. We'll continue to follow the situation and let you know what happens. In Montgomery County, Dow Kennedy, WTOC News.
And one last reminder to everyone about the murder that took place in Savannah with Tyrese Carter. If you know anything, just always remember, if you call Crime Stoppers, that number is very easy to remember, 912-234-2020. You can remain anonymous and you might be eligible for a reward. So please, if you know anything, we know someone must have seen something. It was a crowded concert. Don't be afraid to help police get that person off the streets who killed that young man. Want to move on now to what is another kind of bittersweet story we're going to tell you about. Many people are very familiar with the restaurant Skylar's here in the Savannah area. Well, it has closed. We just learned that. They posted on their Facebook page that the last day of business was actually on Monday. They're in the process of selling some of their furniture, including the dining room chairs, the plates, and kitchen cooking supplies. You can head on over to the restaurant on 225 East Bay Street tomorrow from 11 until 2 to buy what they're offering there. And they went on their Facebook post to say that Charles and Moon would like to thank Savannah for all of the love and support for the past 29 years. They are retiring and will be enjoying family time in 2019. Again, we'd like to thank all of you for joining us. We hope that you're having a happy new year so far. We know the news is sometimes good and bad. We have to give all of it to you. Please don't forget to join us tonight at 11. We'll have some good news stories for you as well. Have a good evening, everyone. Thanks again for joining us.